the U.S. may be entering its post-literacy era.
What do you mean?
So The Atlantic is reporting that more Americans are reading words, like literal words, than ever. So text, social media, etc. But we're actually spending less time with books and long form writing.
Mm-hmm.
And so the number of Americans that read for pleasure has fallen from 20% in 2004 to 16% in 2023.
Wow.
And fewer than half of all US adults say they've read a book in the past year.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't that crazy? So researchers are saying that losing sustained reading could weaken skills like critical thinking, attention, deep comprehension, especially as, of course, short form video and AI increasingly replace reading and writing. And so basically, the takeaway from the story is that after only a few hundred years of widespread literacy, like people only recently all learned to read in like the history of the US even.
Yeah.
We're shifting back towards this oral culture, one where video and speech actually matter more than the written word. And that's horrible because like you can't remember nuanced points. You can't think about things as much as you would if you had it written down. And so I think we'll start to see like even the nicknames Trump gives people. It's sort of like Alexander the Great and Little Marco. It's
Yeah.
like the same thing. That's why they gave them names like that, was so that you would remember them.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy and horrifying.
Yeah.
I gotta say. I mean, I think I'm probably reading a little less now than I did, I'd say 10 to 15 years ago.
Sure.
But I'm still reading and I still enjoy reading. And I think like you get so much out of reading. I do think you have to just like change your habits. This is my just personal unsolicited advice, but like, you know, like I have to like make time for it and put my phone in another room because if
Yeah.
I have my phone, it's just like I'm gonna be thinking about that. So like I have to put my phone in another room and then I'll like dedicated like read for before bed is specifically when I do it. But like, yeah, that is interesting and kind of a bummer. So we should just be reading more, I guess.
I think so. And also it's a great way to feel good about yourself. And
yeah, that's so true. You can brag
just
about reading.
yeah, I was just about to say stunt on your friends.
Yeah.
Just like, oh, this book I'm reading, like I'm currently reading this book
What are
about
you reading right
how
now?
people can, in fact, change their personalities. This is actually true.
Yeah.
You can do that.
Wow.
And so I am reading about how to change as a person. So let me
Yeah.
tell you, in this conversation about changing as a person,
That's
you
the
can do
thing.
it. You can't change it a lot, but you can read more. So
And that's the thing. I do feel like whenever I say I read, like people are like, wow. Like it's
oh my
shocking
God,
to
she's
them.
so smart.
gosh.
I know, right?
Whoa.
She loves to read. What
She
a
has
literary
ideas
babe.
and stuff.
I know. I will. So, and I'll totally cop to this. I read way less now than I did like when we were in college, for example.
Yeah.
Although I will say I read way more fun stuff now, like a book about how you can change or like whatever a New York Times bestseller rom-com type book is out there. You know your girl's reading it. That said, I don't know that I read as much as I did in college in general. Like I think I should be reading more. I should be reading more like scientific papers. Like, you know,
Oh, come on, please give yourself a break. Okay?
That's true.
Scientific papers.
well, I mean, you just want, you know, I like to know what's going on. And so sometimes I'll like do a deep dive into a thing.
Yeah.
And like Google a scientific paper will pop up and I'll read it. But like now you can have ChatGPT read it for you.
Right.
So
That's the thing. That's the problem. And I think that really brings us to the issue of it all.
it does.
Okay. And we figured out the reason why.
Yes, here it is.
Okay. We cracked the code, everybody.